Q2S Media.
Welcome to another episode of Up to Something. We're your host, Trapper the God,
Bill Bixby.
And like always, we're here to give you the real.
But as we always do, we got to shout out our engineer, Pablo,
Pablissimo,
a.k.a. Trap That Teasy, a.k.a. Supreme Being.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, baby?
We back again at it, man. We back again at it. We're trying to do it way more funkier. Hey, it's gonna be a good podcast, you know.
Right.
We our main topic gonna be the slap that was heard around the world, of course.
Around the world, the whole world.
The whole world and seen by the whole world. But before we get into that spicy shit, we're gonna talk about a little other things that's keeping us up to date and maybe some things that's keeping people awake at night.
Right.
Right. One of the first things that I want to talk about, and is dear to the Black community, is it seems like more and more Black people with money, people with color with money, are starting to get treated less than human, I guess, at the banks. Over the past month, we done had 2 incidents where Black people have went into the bank trying to either withdraw or deposit money, and the police has been called on you.
Withdraw and deposit.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't just withdrawing.
It's not just withdrawing, it's depositing.
Yeah, you can't deposit.
You can't even deposit without being treated a certain way. The first person who we're talking about is, of course, everybody knows, is the producer and director of
Black Panther.
Black Panther, Ryan Coogler, or Coogler. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his last name, but he had an incident probably a month ago, where he went to a bank, and you know it's COVID, so people are wearing masks, and he didn't want to say out loud to the bank teller how much money he was withdrawing, so he slid her a note. Now in this note, it was nothing threatening on this note besides his account number and how much money he wanted. His account number, and he slid her his bank card, so she had his bank card, his ID, and the note which saying how much money he wanted to take out. The lady decided that he was robbing the bank, called the police on him and everything. I just want to get what your opinion on it overall, and then we can probably get into it a little deeper for a minute.
Okay, just like you said, man, like once you say they have his fucking account number, they got his bank card and his ID. You know what I mean? Like, where could it escalate after that? You know what I mean? He slid you a note because the man is from Oakland. Ryan Coogler from Oakland. So the man in Atlanta, we don't know what he's doing, man. He could be shooting a show, he could be shooting a movie. That shit really don't matter. But he is out of his, you know what I mean, environment. So of course, like if you rich and you in a bank, obviously he's in, you know what I mean, the regular bank. He ain't got no private account and none of this stuff. Obviously, if he got to be in the bank. Yeah. So of course you don't want to tentatively be like, I'm putting out 30,000. Of course you don't want that shit to be announced.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Hey, you want all that money going through the money counter so everybody can see that shit. People that's behind you. You know what I mean? So I'm taking all that into consideration, and I did hear that the young lady that called the police did talk to her superiors, and you know they gave her guidance to call the superiors. You know what I mean? Like in the note, he's saying pretty much just saying like, hey, I just want to be low key. I just want to take out 30,000. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense, man. It don't make no common sense. I say that.
It don't.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the man gave you his ID. He had his account number. He had all his business straight. But you guys still call the police. It don't make sense to me, man.
And what I don't understand is the simple fact that if he robbing y'all, if he was really trying to rob y'all, why would he have this casual conversation with you? Like once you realize it, like I said, I don't know because we haven't heard the word, but I feel like he didn't give her no reason to think that he was robbing. But if she did, after she would have went into the account, saw that the account, that it was his account, it matches his name, it matches his face, I don't see how you could still feel like he robbing you. So what makes me think is that you didn't even go check because you just saw a black man asking for this amount of money. So you ain't even go check the credentials of this man. And then for you to tell me that she went and talked to her bosses, and you telling me your bosses didn't check the credentials of this man before you decide to call the police? Like that's the bare minimum you can do is check the credentials to see if, like then once you seen, like if you would have went and checked and see that, okay, something not matching up, I still don't think the first thing you should do is call the police. I think you should go get your manager, take him into the room in the back and have a conversation with him. And then once that you know what I'm saying? There was so many other steps to be taken before the police was called.
I mean, the crazy part of it is that shit, they got the whole fucking, you know what I mean, police call out there, you know what I mean? And she sounds very incompetent on that call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She wants to repair. She sounded like she was fucking brand new. And whoever gave her that decision, I guarantee they fired too.
But the police
they can do their job.
But police is stupid too. Because I just hate, like, and this is why I tell people, bruh, and this is why I feel like black people don't call the police. Because just because somebody called the police doesn't mean that you go in there with guns ablaze and think that you gotta go tackle a nigga and arrest a nigga, bruh. Like y'all ain't got no kind of tactic. They ain't teach y'all no tactics in this bitch. Right. Like you just don't know what to do. Oh, somebody said somebody robbed bank. We gotta go in there. Like you, as a police, I would have walked into the environment scene like, oh, what? Like, and then like I hate the fact that they tell you like, oh, we still gotta put you in handcuffs. Bitch, you ain't putting me in no fucking handcuffs, bro. I don't know what you fucking mean.
Shit, you got to think about like the emotional distress. Like, bro, it's probably never gonna be the same again after this fucking altercation, man. After this whole fucking situation, they came in guns drawn, and I'm pretty like even on the call they asked were any weapons involved. And
exactly.
No weapons.
She said no weapons.
Why would you? Right.
So why are you coming here with so much aggression?
Because you black.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. So like, and then people want to be like, oh, the police, man, no, man. Like you ain't, clearly there's not proper training. Because like I said, if you would have walked in the bank and seen that there is no kind of violence, there's nobody acting any kind of way, why would you first thing you say? Like even if they did call it, like I said, and this is why
maybe deeper than that. But this
is why I'm saying the whole thing fucked up because the police didn't do it right, the girl didn't do it right, the bank didn't do it right. And I don't want to just sit on what's his name, Ryan. I want to talk about the black girl. Her name is Baby Storm.
Right.
She's a singer / TikTok.
Shout out to Baby Storm. Baby Storm.
She's a TikTok person. She's a music person. She was sent $30K by her dad to help her pay off her rent for a whole year and other things. So she went to go deposit some money into the bank. The lady instantly, and they got a video out there, you could see like the lady was like, I hate to say it's racist, but the lady was stereotyping her. She's a black woman. What you doing with this kind of money? You could see it in her essence of like, what do you? And then when the girl was like, okay, well, I don't understand why you have to check my shit, but you know, whatever. Then for the lady to be like, I'm not gonna give you your check back, bitch. I'll jump. What? Bitch, I'll jump across this. Okay. Listen, and this is what I keep trying to tell these people, like these motherfuckers who you get paid 9 to 5. Stop going above your pay grade. Stop going above your fucking pay grade, bro, and doing shit that ain't in your pay grade. It ain't in your pay grade to be doing all that shit for me. And then for the lady talking about she ain't, and then she gonna call the police and all this shit, bro. I feel like that lady, the girl, should be able to press charges on that lady. People are getting away too much with just doing stuff. Yeah, and then it's the company. No, bitch, you the one who did this. I want you to be charged with some shit, not your fucking bank. I want you to be, because you the one who went above and beyond to do that shit. I don't just want you to be fired. Because that girl is clearly stressed the fuck out now. Like she said, that shit was for her rent. You don't. I ain't gonna speak too much on it because I want you to say something, but the shit just crazy now. It's getting out of control. Nah, nigga, they want us to make money, but like I said, they want us to get money. Don't be this, don't be that. You get money, and then you still find a way to kind of pressure a nigga. Come on, man. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. And shit, like I was telling you before the podcast, man. Like, they ain't even go across my desk, bro. I didn't even know about that shit when you told me. Like that's when we kind of brought up the Ryan Coogler shit. You know what I mean? Like, not to go back to that, but shit, he was a fucking, you know what I mean, director for Black Panther, bro. Like, shit, like, motherfuckers thought Black Panther was racist when it came out. Like, how you go watch this? Like, that's how they were thinking about that shit. So like, I think it was deeper than rap when it comes to that. But yeah, no, man, with Shawty, like, that don't, like, bro, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
She depositing money.
You trying to deposit?
And I'm pretty sure she has all her credentials too. Yeah, she got an ID.
She trying to deposit it into her account.
She got an account with the fucking bank.
But okay, we all done had a bank account before. When you get it, I mean, I don't know if everybody done got a large lump sum of money, but anytime you get a large lump sum of money, right, and you go like from a check and you try to deposit, they deposit it and then it says pending, because that's when they check the credentials. Right. And then after your credentials have been checked, then the money is free for your access. So all she had to do was put the money in there, check the credentials, and if it wasn't right, take it back.
Right.
But they're trying to tell you ain't even finna check my shit. You ain't even finna try to put my shit in. Who gave you the
gonna take my check?
You gonna take my check? Yeah. Oh, bitch! You better call the police. You gotta call the police, cause I'm waiting out this bitch until you get off. Yeah, once you off,
out.
Yeah.
30,000?
30,000? Bitch, I'll go to jail for beating your ass for 30,000.
I'm about to call my cousin too.
Yeah. So
man, shit. I got a couple of grand for you, Carl.
Come on up. Yeah, come on up there. And so
got my check.
Yeah, and it's crazy, bro. Like I said, it's crazy because it's always something, bro. It's always something. And like I said, keep on.
What's Shawty name?
I don't know her real name. They call her musical name is. Excuse me.
I think you said it earlier.
I did. It's Baby Storm.
Baby Storm. All right, Baby Storm. We with you, Baby Storm.
And it's Storm
with you, baby. Okay.
So
Baby Storm.
And this is Citibank is the bank that was trying not to let her cash. I don't know if Citibank was the same bank that Ryan Coogler was trying to do his too.
Right.
But clearly Citibank got something against black people with money.
Obviously. Fuck you, Citibank.
Exactly. Protest their ass. Take your money out of there, go somewhere else.
Right.
Another thing, another incident with police and black folks is it was a mother and her kids. They went to a racetrack, to get some things, I guess. And the police pulled up on them, draw guns, put the mom in handcuffs, all kind of crazy shit, bro. Talking about she looked like a suspect from like a robbery or something. But when the police described the woman to them, it looked nothing like the black lady. And then not only that, they were very aggressive with the women. They were very, you know how they is with black women. They very rough with black women. They're very aggressive with these women. And then, like I said, and then the only thing you get is an apology. No, motherfucker, we need more than just an apology because this shit is getting out of hand.
You know, I mean, well, you did come up with the term aggressive policing. You know what I mean? But that's you, bro. You know what I mean? You put that out there, man. And it's definitely a lot of that, bro.
It's like, a lot
if you were children, you should, proceed with, total care and, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Because what if, but this is what I be saying about these motherfuckers who get this position of power and they feel like they could just do something. What if it was your kids? And I don't give a fuck if I did do something wrong. You don't have to, if I'm not giving you aggression back, there's no need for the aggression. I'll come with you easily, sir. You already done caught me. I'm with my kids. I can't do too much else. Cause I know you out here killing motherfuckers. So the last thing I want you to do is shoot my kids by accident. Trying to get me or just, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, police are so scared to get any kind of hurt. Yet you chose one of the most deadliest jobs there is. So I don't give them a pass. You chose, your job is to protect and serve. Your job is to put your life on the line. If you're not willing to do that shit, don't be a police officer. And yeah, it sucks that you might die because it might be that one person that shoots you, but that's the risk you take being in this field. You don't be in this field. If you so scary.
They take an oath, all this shit.
Yeah, nigga.
Definitely know before.
Listen, you think when I was in the military and they telling me I gotta go cross seas, I wasn't scared and I wasn't terrified that I might lose my life, but I can't just be out there killing motherfuckers and shooting and doing shit out of just because I value my life more than theirs. No.
Protocol.
I decided to put my life on the line for a country that don't give a fuck about me. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I still have to abide by these rules though. That's what I'm saying. But it seems like the police, they ain't got to do, and you the one protecting home. This is what I'm saying. Like, and people want to be like, oh, I don't got no respect for the police officers, bro. Not the ones that's doing this crazy shit, and then not the ones that's allowing. They know it's corrupt shit going on in their office, and they letting it happen. I got no respect for you niggas, bro. Like plain and simple.
I feel you on that, man. Fuck them. I mean, shit, like that's what Florida people call crackers. Those are the crackers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Crackers don't mean white people.
Yeah.
Those are crackers.
Yeah. Them the colonizers that I'm talking about.
Right. Those are crackers.
Them the people I'm talking about.
If you don't know the difference.
The ones that just want to kill something, they just want to shoot something because they too pussy to go really put, you know what I'm saying? So they use their badge. Yeah, they use their badge and then want to get sympathy, talking about, we're putting our life on the line. Yeah, bitch, you chose that profession. It ain't like they drafted you to the fucking, it wasn't no draft for the police. You didn't have to get drafted into this shit like the army and the military. You chose. And if you knew that you were scared to die, it's just like a firefighter. It's like, nigga, if you scared of fire and you scared to go in here and save somebody because you scared to die, why are you a firefighter? There's so many things. Go be the person that's on the phone calling the firefighter on the fire. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many other jobs you could have chose. And like I said, there's one more sad story. Like I said, we starting off pretty sad. It was another black man who was treated bad by the police and just society in general. It's a black man.
What happened?
He was a black liquor owner. He's a black liquor store owner. Somebody somebody broke into his store and tried to rob him. He subdued the person, called the police. The police came. When he saw the police came, and he went and took his clip out of his gun, you know what I'm saying, so he could show that he's not a threat. The police walked past the dude that was robbing him and started telling him to put his gun down and attacking this man, and then they broke his jaw. Yeah. Broke his jaw.
That shit happened so many times though.
For defending his store from a robber. He's a licensed gun holder. It's like he said, I don't have to put my gun down. First of all, I'm not pointing my gun at you if there is no clip in here. But you're worried, but that's why I say they're worried about the wrong thing. Because some people are like, well, why ain't that's not the point. Why you ain't just come in here and grab this perp and take your ass on and fill out this police report? So we can always talk about what we should have done. Like, come on, man. Your job is not to come in here and, you know, flex your muscles. I'm the police. Everybody got to listen. Nah, that's not what you're here for. You're here to do a job.
Yeah, man. Shit. With that's the fucked up shit, man. Like, you work so hard with your own business. Man, like, you don't know how much the man had to sacrifice. You don't know what he had to lose to get to where he was at. And all he expects is to be able to call the police like a fucking regular, you know what I mean, American citizen.
A regular American citizen.
And be protected like a regular American citizen with a business that you providing a service for people for. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what you're doing. Like bro, in customer service, just like the police is.
Exactly.
All the police job is to be service to the people.
Service to the people. That's what I thought. Protect and serve.
Right.
Protect, then serve. You're supposed to protect first.
Right.
But you ain't. The police in America don't protect nobody, Harley. They just out here serving death. These niggas just, that's all they want to do is go out here and serve death. They
protect their blue wall of silence.
Yeah. I don't even think they understand what it really meant when they said, hey, you have to serve. I don't think they understood what to serve mean and serve. You know, and I really don't think they understood what that meant. And, you know, so he's in the process of suing, but of course he's from Alabama, so
he's gonna get paid.
We already know how racist. We already know how racist Alabama is, so it's not shocking for that. And one last thing, and this just popped into my mind, man, but I want to speak about it because it happened in our city. A young black 14-year-old boy was on the sling ride or the whatever that drop ride, and he lost his life. Man, and I definitely want to say RIP and condolences to his family and you know what they're going through, because
RIP, man.
You know, that's a sad thing to see. He was only 14, man. And you know, and it's so I talk to my kids all the time, man, and I tell them, because they always like, well, Dad, what, you afraid of heights? No, I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of the people who's working at these places that don't have any kind of expertise in this shit, and they just got a regular 9 to 5, and they really don't want to be there, so they're not really checking this shit. And I'm not gonna put my life in their hand for no thrill.
That's all you doing. Put your life in their hand.
Why would I put my life in their hand for? Why would I pay you to put my life in your hands for a cheap thrill that I know you're not taking serious? And that's why I really don't ride any kind of roller coasters. I don't ride roller coasters. I don't ride none of that shit, bro. You know, I don't, bro. Because I know, like, I don't work at Universal Studios. I don't in places. I know people that work at these places, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm not saying it's everybody, because some people love their job and they do it at the top of their, you know, but that's far and few. You know what I'm saying? But for the majority, these people just go in there to get their money and leave. They don't give a fuck about this place. And that's why I said, man, you know, and people just be like, oh, nah, man, I ain't gonna do it. But RIP to him, man. I hope their family get justice.
RIP to little man. I wish I really knew his name right now, man. So I
Me too, bro. I really, because I hate the fact.
But it definitely happened in the city. And one thing, you know what I mean, about it is, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna say no, you know, shit. I don't wanna say nothing about Universal or Disney, because it didn't happen on Disney. That shit happened on iDrive.
Yeah, it happened at
you know what I mean? iDrive is, iDrive is trying to do what Disney and them doing, try to have that little money avenue. You know what I mean? But I think more I haven't heard really anything about Disney or like Universal like that, besides the alligator incident with the little kid, you know what I mean, got attacked by the alligator or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, but what I don't like is the shit I seen today, you know, like them trying to have a rebuttal, like, oh, he was strapped in, he just broke the strap. Like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up, man.
First of all,
shut the fuck up, man.
Shut
that shit down, man, and pay the family, bitch.
It looked bad anyways, because if he was able to break the strap, that's
fuck still. You got a rebuttal for?
Yeah, that's still fucked up. If he was able to break your strap, that's still. Come on.
They trying to put in all kind of weight requirements and all that shit, but at the end of the day, it was negligence, motherfucker.
It was negligence.
No matter how you say that shit.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up, shut that shit down, man.
The crazy part is when somebody lose their life off of your shit, you should pay automatically. You should try to get them some anyway, because like I say, there is no price on life. You can't. Come on, man. Can't get no price on that man's life. So you should, whatever these people ask for.
And man, but at the end of the day, like, I'm glad you said that, because shit, I can elaborate on that part. Is that, like, you talking about the price on his life, man? Like, this dude was like fucking 6'4", like 14-year-old, real big
boy.
Like, I don't know if he played on the offense or the defense of the ball, but like, he was actually a prospect. You know what I mean? Like, already at 14 years old, and what he was doing. So, like, he could have been worth way more than these people trying to pay out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't put a value on what this man's life was going to be. That's what I'm trying to tell them. So when you trying to argue about it, it just make you look even worse. That's why I say, to me, they need to shut that shit down. Anyways, once somebody down your shit, shut it down.
Shut that bitch down.
There ain't no need to ride on that. I don't even see why people would want to get on that shit after a bitch died. Like, that's just me. I just don't
You
understand.
don't have a choice. You don't have a choice but to shut it down. So
Yeah.
you really can't give nobody credit for that.
Yeah.
But man, R.I.P. to the
R.I.P.
man
to
and
the
the family,
young-
man. That shit was real sad, man. That shit actually hit the whole city, bro. And
Mhm.
I think he was from like, I don't want to say, I think Tennessee or something like that.
Yeah, he came
wasn't
down
from
to visit.
Orlando.
Yeah,
he was
he
just
not-
visiting, man.
Yeah, he was just
with the
visiting.
football shit because he was so
Mhm.
good with the football
With
shit.
the
And I think he
football
has
shit.
family here too. You know what I mean? So
Man,
man,
R.I.P. to that young king.
man.
Yes, sir.
Love to the family, man.
Yes, sir.
Healing.
Man. Blessings,
To
man.
the
Yeah,
family.
healings, man. One last thing before we get into the topic, the meat of the story, because I got to point out these. I guess we got two more topics. Let me point out women. These mud
Right.
ducks. These mud ducks out here are getting wild. It's getting out of control. I'm gonna tell you. I'm finna read out something. I'm pretty sure you don't know about this, but I'm finna read it to you. It says, Bronx woman arrested for luring men she met on Instagram to her apartment and then kidnapping and torturing them.
Hey, we got a mud duck of the week. We got the first
Listen.
mud duck of the week. Oh,
This-
was Kate Michelle the first one? This is the second mud
No,
duck.
Kate Michelle was the
All
first.
right, let's go.
The lady name, her name is Valerie Rosario. She's 21.
Damn.
She kidnapped and lured a 24-year-old unidentified man to the Bronx apartment on February 7th. When the victim arrived, two additional men with weapons waited on him, knocking him out. The three of them allegedly undressed the man, placed him in an apartment bathtub, coated him with flammable substance, or torturing him by burning sparks near him and stabbing him with a knife repeatedly. It is alleged that the victim's brother received a FaceTime call by the men in masks surrounding the tub. Give us 100,000 or we'll kill her, the kidnappers reported.
Right.
I guess his name is Javier Vargas, was one of the suspects who was apprehended the same day after the authorities discovered him in Queens with a knife in his vehicle. The victim was eventually found with his face taped up, but he was transported to the hospital and is now in stable conditions.
Damn, this
Nah.
treacherous.
Now, this is what I'm trying to get people to understand, and I'm not trying to start a rant about women.
No,
But-
she a mud duck. She ain't a woman. That's the
See?
shit people need to learn how to separate shit. They want to separate everything else.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But-
Separate that shit. It's different between a bitch and a woman and a mud duck and a woman.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
These-
Everything exists.
yeah.
Grow the fuck up.
You got these people out here, women taking advantage. Like I said, I don't play the victim shit, man. I'm not big on the women are victim. No, man. Human beings are victims. You women are not victims, bro. Some women are victims. Some women could be victims, just like some men could be victims. But humans are victims of certain things. It don't matter if you're man or woman. But stuff like this is what I'll be talking about, man. Where it's so much easier for a woman to take advantage of a man, because men are we're so enticed by women. We do so much stuff to impress women, to get women. That's why I be
everything. We do everything for.
This is why I be exactly.
Everything.
I be so baffled when women be like, men hate women. How, bitch? Everything men do is for you. They do it because of you. They do it for you or because of you.
Say that.
So it's
Say that
I mean,
again, bro.
that's
God
why I
damn.
be so baffled with this whole hate of women. No, men love women. The men hate the kind of women that you are, or the mud ducks that you are, and the bitches that you are. But they don't hate women. Like, I mean, of course, there's some men out there that probably do hate women, just like it's some women out there that hate men. But for the mass,
Everybody is this. Everybody
exactly.
is this.
But for the mass majority, we love women. Like, you could tell. But that's what I was saying, man. That's why I don't agree with this push on masculine toxicity and all these names that they always try to come up with to try to downplay a man for some reason. But when a woman do it, it's always she has some kind of justification behind it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she probably was beat by a man. She probably had trauma. Listen, everybody got fucking trauma. Everybody probably got a bad, sad backstory. It doesn't justify the ends most of the time. But you know, I feel bad for this young boy, you know, because from what the picture looked, the girl looked attractive as shit. So I could see why he was probably called, you know, pretty girl, come up to him, trying to talk this shit. You know how it is, man. We all know. Get there and see, Robin. That's why I don't be trusting these women. That's why I say y'all better stop.
But shit, at the end of the day, like with that situation personally, like it definitely sounded like somebody put that in her ear. Like I don't think she was the one that went out like, hey, come on, man, let's rob this nigga. Like I think that like they've been doing this. Like
yeah, but I don't.
They had it down. They had the whole thing going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she was a major player in it because she's the one that got to lure them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She the one that got to lure the victims there. She the one who got to get people to come. So she played the most important part in the whole ordeal. So she should take the most. Like I said, man, people are fucked up, man. Women, and I understand. And the crazy part I understand is Women Month and all that stuff, and you know we done shot it out.
Lady. We love y'all,
we
lady.
love women,
love y'all, man.
Come on, man, we got to do better.
We just talking about topics, current events.
Yeah,
that's all
come on, that's all we're doing. And then so we giving Valerie Rosaria Mud Duck of the Week. You know what I'm saying? And for what she quacks. Yeah, for what she's doing, she, like I said, she deserved more than a mud duck. But listen, that's what we out here getting. Now to the juicy meat of the topic that everybody talking about, the slap that was heard.
What they talking about, man?
The slap that was heard and seen around the world. Listen, the Oscars ain't never probably got as many views or as many retweets and whatever than this last one that just passed. So if for people who don't know, Chris Rock Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars. Right. He came out, said a joke about Will Smith.
For the second time, that was the second time hosting that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And put some excellence on that black man's name, bro.
Exactly.
The second time.
Second time, and exactly, and he did his thing like both times.
Right.
But he said a joke, and some people will say it was out of taste. Some people won't. I don't know. We'll talk about our personal opinions about it in a second. But he said a joke about Jada Pinkett being bald-headed, about, you know, being able to be in the film of G.I. Jane Part 2.
Right.
Which in turn everybody laughed. Jada laughed, Will laughed, the audience laughed because it was fucking funny. I agree with you.
Because Jada by surprise, you're like, haha.
Yeah. Which in return caused Will Smith to go up there and slap him on live TV during the Oscars. Slap this man in his face and walk off.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna have a couple of topics. First thing we're gonna talk about is the slap, I guess, the actual action, and then we can get into the meaty part of like break down everything about it, because it's more than just the slap. So,
but before we get into it, man, like you already, like when you got it in, when Trump the guy got this little, we went straight on Instagram Live, and we're gonna put a piece of that in the podcast too. There it is.
If I was Chris Rock, you came up there and slapped me, bitch, I'm beating your ass. You're not making it to your chair. And if I do let you slide and make it to your chair, nigga, when it's time for you to get your award, bitch, I'm fucking you up. On site, nigga. I'm clear cocking your ass, nigga. And I'm taking your award and kicking that bitch, dog. Like, fuck your award, nigga. And fuck your bald-headed wife. Plain and simple. And cause like I said, I ain't got no problem with niggas getting dirty about the shit.
Not fuck your bald-headed wife, but you can't.
Man, yeah, fuck your bald-headed wife, bitch. You slapped me in front of millions, nigga. You slapped me in front of millions. Bitch, fuck your wife. Fuck your bald-headed wife, nigga. That's exactly how I would have felt, and I told that nigga come see me outside.
But, yeah, he went in, bro. him and Young Sinatra, Young Frank. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Frank.
Went in and shout out to Brown, man, Mr. Brown.
Shout out to my boy Brown.
Man, what's up, homie? Yeah, shout out to Young Brown. You know what I mean? Y'all went on it, man. You know what I mean? And like, you definitely, you know what I mean? Like, we gonna get into it, but you definitely don't agree with how the shit went down, man. But it was definitely a great live.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. And I definitely was very, I definitely was very raw and uncut with what I was saying.
Right.
And but it's really how I truly feel. So, you know, we're gonna get into it. Like I said, we're finna get into it now about it. But you're not gonna say.
Run it.
So first I want to ask you, how do you, I got multiple questions, and I want to ask, my first question is, how do you feel about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? I don't want you to get into deeper to it, because I just want to know how you feel about him slapping on live camera.
I'm not giving him no passes. He was wrong for doing it, and the cinema he did it in. He was wrong.
I agree with you 100% with that. And now I'm gonna let you elaborate on something else. But I want to ask you, okay, now I want to ask you, do you feel like, because a lot of people are coming to Will Smith's defense because they're saying that it's okay to become violent when you're fighting, I guess, for the honor of your woman. And now, it's like a two-part question. How do you feel about fighting for the honor of your woman? And how do you feel about the reaction that can come from fighting for the honor of your woman?
I don't feel that was a place for him to fight for his woman in. So that point don't make no fucking sense. That was bullshit, man. The man is a fucking comedian. At the end of the day, a comedian, like, is a, like, people don't really understand, like, the shit that the ways of life that keep us sane, man. There's music, there's comedians, there's movies, is entertainment. Definitely keeps us fucking sane in this fucking crazy world, man.
It definitely does.
At the end of the day, like even with comedy, like they've been trying to take, you know what I mean, the voices away from the comedy for a minute, and Dave Chappelle, you know, and came back with that haymaker, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's trying to keep it alive, but at the end of the day, I can't give Will Smith credit for protecting his wife, because it was a fucking joke, man. At the end of the day, like, I think that shit came from past shit, because like on the first Grammy, you know, the first time Chris Rock did the Grammys, he said something about Jada, because he felt like she was trying to overstep her boundaries, and that she never really did anything to have a voice with whatever situation Will Smith wasn't with. You know what I mean? Or whatever was going on at that time. I don't remember the exact thing, man. I wish I did, man.
Oh no, I could. Right, y'all
gotta forget.
No, I'll give it to you. I know exactly what happened. So what happened was, she was calling for a protest of the Academy Award, the Oscars, a while ago. Mm-hmm. So Chris Rock made a joke saying you weren't invited anyways. You know what I'm saying? To even be able to try to protest something because you're not even invited. And it was a good joke because, okay, even if she do have some fans that feel like that she deserves one, because we got a lot of people we feel like deserve these awards, and we know that they're not just giving these awards out like that. Right. So for her to be offended by it is kind of showing you how you're not being the person that y'all claim y'all is, Jada. You're not being the person that you claim you is, Will, and that's my problem. Will, and this is why I went on.
Go in there,
this is why.
This hot take.
This is why I went on a rant, and this is what people don't understand. And because all people want to say was, oh, you know, and of course women are gonna be like, I want somebody who gonna fight for me like that. You want your man to die then. That shows you just how much women don't give a fuck about men.
Right.
And this is what I'm trying to prove to people. If you're so shallow and your feelings are so easily hurt that you're willing to put your man in a deadly situation because of your feelings was hurt, come on, man. You don't really value that man. You don't really care for that man, because we know that when you bring violence to somebody, violence 99% of the time comes back to you. You was just lucky that was Chris Rock.
Right.
And I'm not saying that Chris Rock was gonna kill him or something, but you never know. And I'm not saying intentionally.
They could have went this.
Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Because shit, there's a lot of motherfuckers that you don't think will fucking kill you will kill your ass, man.
But this is what I'm getting.
At the end of the day, like, bro, you don't know what Chris Rock mindset is right now. You don't know what he got planned in the future. He's a millionaire, probably damn near a billionaire like Will Smith. He got fucking money too. You don't know what he's fucking planning or what he's gonna try to do in the fucking future. Like, you know what I mean?
You're right. You're 100% right. No, you 100% right. And this is what I be trying to, and this is why in my live when my dog Brown friend came on, he was like, oh, I do that. I said, okay. I said, listen, I hear you. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying Will can't defend his wife. I'm just saying you have to be smarter about how you choose to defend your wife's honor. That's all I'm saying. Because
Will Smith is a king, bro.
Exactly.
King,
if
man.
you
can't make no pawn moves when you're a motherfucking king.
Okay,
that was a pawn. That was a pawn move. You got used. Think about this, and this is what I be trying to get people to understand. What if he would have came up there and slapped Chris Rock? And what people don't understand is, it's hard for people don't like being embarrassed in private. So you know a motherfucker don't like getting embarrassed in front of millions. Come on, nobody likes to get embarrassed. A lot of people can't take that shit. So for you to walk on stage, slap that man. Now, if Chris Rock would have blacked out, what if he would have blacked out, ran up, punched him or kicked him, and Will Smith fell down, hit his head on the side of the steps, concussion? Over. No, he died.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell people. You don't like.
What if his wife?
Yeah. What if Will Smith would have ran up on, slapped him, and then when he turned around, because he slapped the man and turned his round back to him, so that's a sign of disrespect right there.
And he would look like
So you turned your back. What if Chris Rock, like I said, Chris Rock blacked out because he got slapped in front of millions and millions and millions of people, not just there but watching? What if he would have ran and choked this man out? And he done snapped, so he don't realize he choking the fuck out this nigga, and he done killed this man, done choked him to death. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. I'm not saying that you can't fight for the honor of your wife or your girl, but listen, you better learn that fighting for the honor of your woman don't mean putting your hands. You could fight for. He could have fought for Jada honor. He could have came up there, snatched the mic from his hand, and said the same shit he said when he went downstairs. Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. He would have got the same expression across. And then everybody would have been on his side. Nobody would have thought Will was nothing. He could have handed it. He didn't even have to hand it. He could have just dropped the mic and walked the fuck off. There was so many other ways.
That was definitely PDA.
Come on.
Public display of affection.
There's so many other ways that he could have handled that situation and still got his point across about respecting his fucking wife.
Come on, man.
But like I said,
smart, man, he brilliant actually.
Come on, come on.
That had to be some type of move, man.
Listen,
or his move was manipulated.
Yeah, but that's why I don't give him no pass, because you're not dumb. You're not some uneducated man. And I understand, like people, my homeboy was saying, oh, people get in their feelings, and they snap. And okay, you right. But then I can't give Will that pass either, because I have believe me, if y'all want to do it, I'll send them to Bill and he can pop them up too. I can show you interviews upon interviews of Will Smith talking about being the bigger person, how he doesn't let what outside people say affect him, how he's just such a person who's moved past the pettiness of these things. Now, did I believe him? No. I could tell by how he was crying on Red Table Talk that this nigga wasn't past that shit. This the most crying, this light-skinned nigga I done seen in a minute. Like every time I turn around, this nigga crying about something. That's how you nigga, exactly. That's how you know that Jada done sucked the whole masculinity out of this nigga. And I'm not saying that because he's crying that he can't be a masculine man. What I'm saying is that that it's just a time and a place for this stuff. And then I feel like certain things just don't. What you crying for? What you crying for, Will? If you telling me that you been knew that Jada did this and it's all been known and y'all swingers.
That's why he was crying.
And you swingers and y'all all this shit. What the fuck the tears for then, nigga? You knew. What you crying for? Man, that you crying because no matter if you knew, bitch, that shit hurt. Your wife fucking another nigga in your house, that shit hurt, bruh. I don't give a fuck what you say. Especially if you would, especially, and then they was like, well, he cheated
her out.
He was like, oh, well, he done did some stuff for her. I don't give a fuck. We didn't know about the shit. We don't know about the shit. You know, but hey, guess what? We knew all about fucking what's her name shit because yeah, Agnes Alsina came out with it, but she didn't have to go have a whole red table talk about that shit. And then
she even created the term entanglement. Oh, I had to entangle that.
Exactly. And she
created that shit.
But then not only that, she done came on and told the world that Will doesn't satisfy her.
Damn, she damn sure did. I forgot about that.
Come on.
Damn.
I don't care how big of a man you is. I don't care how much you so much over shit. That shit hurt on the inside, nigga. That shit hurt on the inside.
Motherfucker would kill about that.
Come on. So, like I said, people up here talking about, hey, listen, okay.
Real.
And that's what I told old boy. Okay, go up here and talk about you'll fight for your girl and you finna do all this. You gonna fuck around and get killed. You finna fuck around and get hurt over her pride because her feelings hurt. Bitch, you better suck that shit up, nigga. And but the crazy part is, Jada, right before that even happened, she did a whole Instagram video of her cutting off her hair. Oh, I don't care what people say about me. She said this. So how the fuck you sitting there saying you don't care about what people say about your hair being cut, and then you go on stage and care? You get to the Oscars, now you fucking care. Right. Stop them. That's why I'm saying you motherfuckers are so fake with y'all shit. But like I said,
you pumped your king up.
Come on.
Potentially fuck up his whole career.
This wasn't about you, Jada. This was about Will Smith.
Listen though. The shit he worked so hard for, now these motherfuckers talking about taking it away.
Exactly. All because of your honor. This nigga done worked 40, 50 some years to get this shit. And because he was defending Jada's honor at the awards because of a joke. Now this nigga he might lose his Oscar. So I don't want to hear this. Oh, okay. Like I said, I didn't blame Will Smith for doing it. I said that, listen, Will Smith is wrong because it was so many other people that you should have been slapping Will clearly. Because after you did it, you went to crying. Then you want to get on stage and talk about. And I hate people who come with these lame ass sayings, talking about, oh, the devil attack you at your most highest point. Bitch, shut up. So you trying to call Chris Rock the devil? Is that what you saying? Chris Rock was the devil? Oh, we're not saying Chris Rock the devil. We're just saying that nah, nigga, you saying that the devil was moving through Chris Rock though. If you're not saying Chris Rock the devil, you saying that Chris Rock let the devil use him to entice Will Smith. And I'm not giving y'all that pass. Ain't no devil, nothing, Chris. Man, y'all, like I said.
At the end of the day, the shit he said in 2016 was way worse than the G.I. Jane shit.
To me.
So he had like what is it, like 6-7 fucking years to, you know what I mean, get that shit out of the way.
Come on. But then he's sitting there saying, and he's saying that they was friends. So y'all friends, even after
the charges. Even Jim Carrey came out, bro. I see Jim Carrey was like, hey, if he did this shit to me, I would have sued his ass. That shit was spineless.
Spineless.
When you say shit like that, spineless. But that shit is different. Like, oh.
Yeah, he was spineless, bro. Because you did it because you knew that man couldn't really react. Because you at the fucking Oscars. You a hoe ass nigga for that shit. And I ain't giving you no pass. I ain't saying that I hate you. I ain't saying that I hate Will Smith. I ain't saying none of that. You a hoe ass nigga though.
If Denzel or like one of them boys was hosting the Oscar, he would have never did that shit.
Okay.
Like, he picked a target, an easy fucking target, bro. It was spineless. Yes, it was spineless.
You gonna hit Pookie?
Okay, was right.
You gonna hit Pookie? That's who you decide that this was
man
the time.
Always been the skinniest nigga alive.
But this is my crazy. This is what like I keep telling people. So you keep saying that was the straw that bumped the camel's back. It's amazing that the joke is the straw that built the camel back, but not the fact that the man was fucking your wife in your house. That wasn't the straw.
And you ain't approached him yet. You heard, man?
Come on.
You brought that man in your fucking house, bro. Like the man was living in your house, so you knew about it.
This was your kid's friend, nigga. This is your kid's friend. Not even y'all friend.
On the red carpet.
Kid's friend. She even said that he was hurt. He was going through some stuff. She said that she was hurt. She was going through so their relationship was built off of hurt. Bitch, what? Listen,
Fucking lie.
when I see Jada with pictures with August Alsina, she's smiling her ass off. When I see pictures with her and Jada, she just got this look like.
The only reason I say that is because shit, they've been together like shit. What they going on like?
No, that's what I'm about to say.
Some shit. So I remember when she was on Oprah back in the day when I was a kid. She was talking this shit like, if this shouldn't work out, I'm gonna holler at Ellen. Oh, you know I know that lady. Yeah, I'm on your ass. You know, I know that lady. Like this is supposed to be the last thing, anything. But at the end of the day,
you're 100% right. You hit them with that truth. But that's they don't want to hear the truth. Women, especially not women, they don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
listen,
man, you know what I mean? She like this man is like one of the. Like this man is a god on earth, man. At the end of the day, like when you're a queen, like you gotta be a queen. When you're the king, you gotta be the king. Like if you had the like I'm not saying like the value is every fucking thing. But at the end of the day,
it means something.
This man's value could change generations, man. Like why would you want him to go out like that history wise? Don't even make no fucking sense.
Because man. Women are mostly
gonna change your life and his family life and your fucking family life forever.
Women are mostly.
You had his babies.
Women are selfish, bro. Women are some of the most selfless creatures, and they always, we so selfish. Yeah, you selfish for your fucking kids and yourself, but you ain't selfless. You only selfless for your kids and yourself. You is not selfless, man. Most of these, and I'm not saying all women, but most of these women are so fucking selfish. What Jada done did over these last couple of years shows how selfish and how all that matters is how she feels.
Selfless is savage.
She's a savage. And then, like I said, she's the equivalent of toxicity. Because, like I said, I'm gonna tell you why. Because even if Will Smith, like I said, even if Will Smith knew about this shit, it's just some things that you don't bring to the table. It's some things that you don't know about what's going on in your kingdom. Because
bro, matter of fact, let me say this, man. I'm no longer Bill Bixby, man. I'm King Ralph. You did? Y'all see it on the screen now. Shit, I'm no longer Bill Bixby, man. I'm gonna let go of that white man's name.
Exactly. You let go of the slave name.
I'm let go of the slave name.
Let go of the slave name.
Ralph. You know what I mean? Also known as Bill Bixby, goddammit, man.
AKA Bill Bixby.
King shit, man.
I feel you on that shit because we really talking some king shit right now, and I know women ain't gonna like it. But like I said, I'm not sitting here saying that some women shouldn't be defended. And I'm not saying that all women shouldn't be defended.
You gotta
I feel like all women should be defended for the right reasons, for the right instances. I don't feel like I should defend you and you the one that's out here fucking up. No. Because like I said, listen, you gotta judge somebody by the
cause we like we getting head ourselves, like I would say just a little bit in that arena. Because at the end of the day, like, what was the main thing you heard about their relationship as they're married? Like, I ain't even give you no clue. Like, what was the main thing about Will and Teddy you always heard about them being married?
They were swingers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, how, like, you gotta measure with that stick.
No, I'm gonna measure with that stick because people gotta know what swingers are. Right. Swingers doesn't mean that you get to fuck whoever you want when you want to fuck them. That's not what a swingers are.
Run it.
So if you're a swinger, that means you and your girl have come to agreement that you're gonna have sex with certain people and you know about it. I know when you're gonna fuck this person because that's what we're doing. We're swingers. Right. I'm not saying that I have to fuck that person every time you fuck them, but I have an idea and know about it. He didn't know about the entanglement with what's her name? What's his name? Augustina. And it was another dude too. I just don't remember his name. And people be like, oh, well, they wasn't together. Okay, true. Justification.
I mean, but shit.
But listen. But let me tell you what.
That's why I'm going with it too. Like at the end of the day, shit, they swingers or whatever. But shit, you don't know what's going on. Like maybe he fucking did know, but he's fucking Will fucking Smith.
Okay.
It's all about how the world perceives shit. It's not about what's really happening.
Okay, and I agree with you. But then why you crying, Will? If you're saying that, why are you crying? Clearly you didn't know something.
Going down the fucking drain.
Clearly you didn't know something.
Damn.
Clearly you didn't know something. Something about this you didn't know because you wouldn't be crying. Something wasn't not known. And that's what I'm trying to...
Bro. He's an actor.
Okay, well then if you was acting this all out, why slap Chris Rock then?
That shit looked like a fucking okay. So we can like kind of go back to that too. So we kind of skip past the whole shit and we understand all the emotional bags because shit. Yeah. Like we think about like if our girl did that shit. So yeah, we emotional ladies. You better not do that shit.
But and you know that's so funny that you say that because the one on the live video, the dude asked me. He was like, "Oh, so what would you do if a dude joke on your wife?" I said, to be honest with you, it depends on how funny the fucking joke is.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Right.
If the joke was fucking funny,
the man a fucking comedian, man.
Yeah.
You don't know your. Yeah, man. Come on, bro.
I got a dark humor.
Like, what else? You don't know our wife.
Yeah, I got a dark humor. So like, shit that might be unacceptable for you to be, is not going to be unacceptable to me because I have a dark sense of humor. So, and I feel like ain't nothing off limits when we doing comedy. Like I said, if you got a problem, if you know I'm a kind of comedy that I'm gonna talk shit about you and I'm gonna dig in your shit, don't come to my shows because you know that's what I do.
That's what I do.
That's why I said.
Big and blacker.
Yeah, but then let's you're right. Let's digress a little bit. Let's go back to how light-skinned that slap was that Will Smith gave. What kind of fucking slap is that? Who the fuck slaps like that? I ain't never in my history of seeing somebody get slapped, even by women, slap like that. This how I know, bro, that this man is crazy, this man is really broken on the inside. But I give him credit because he's such a great actor. You couldn't even. I mean, most people couldn't tell.
He's a great man, bro. Like at the end of the day, like I ain't gonna let you take all his cool points, bro.
No, I'm not. I said he a great actor. I told him he a great actor, but you could tell. Yeah, he a great man, but he's still a broken man. You can still be a great man and be broken.
Right.
He's a broken great man. I'm not taking. Like I said, I still like Will Smith. I still think that Will Smith is one of the greatest actors. He's one of the greatest philanthropies. He does so much for people.
King Richard.
Yeah.
King Richard, man.
Yeah.
Like we ain't here to just set on our people, man.
But that's what
we gonna put y'all in check, and we hope y'all put us in check too.
But I think that's what hurts. I think that's what hurt the most is that on a platform where you're supposed to been giving your flowers and giving everything, it's supposed to be nothing but bright stars and beautiful lights. It got dampened because you decided to slap another black man on stage, and it wasn't like you slapped a black man on stage.
That's when we got lost. That's what we're supposed to go to, right there.
Come on.
It was most definitely the time, place. You know what I mean? This man was winning his first Oscar. You know what I mean? We were like, we're black. Like, we don't win Oscars like that, man. You know what I mean? Will Smith, like, damn near been acting for damn near 30 years and never won it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Fucking Samuel L. Jackson won his first one the same night.
Exactly.
You know
and Questlove.
This was and Questlove, man. For
come on. Shit. This supposed to have been a celebration.
This was we were supposed to fucking show our ass.
We were supposed to shut the Oscars down with all this black excellence.
Right.
We were supposed to shut this shit down with black excellence, and you can't. Nobody remembers the black excellence because Will Smith slap outweighs every fucking thing.
Everything. He took the air out of the whole motherfucking.
Come on.
Rest of the year.
Jada over there smiling with her bald-headed ass. She just smiling and kikiing like the shit cool. It's not cool. It's not cool that Will Smith had to go look like a dumbass for you. I don't want to be with no woman that tell me that in order for her to shine, I gotta look like a dumbass. In order for me to protect her love, I gotta look like a dumbass.
But at the end of the day, Will chose Jada. So at the end of the day, is it not on him or not? He chose her.
I don't know. I think she got some roots. I think she got some roots on that.
He chose that shit. He went after her.
I think that she put some shit in his drink way back then. I'm dead serious. I think she done put a little bit of her blood.
Jada was the shit back in the day, bro.
She was. She ain't that much of the shit. Ain't no woman that much of the shit. Man, ain't no woman that much of the shit. Ain't no woman that much of the shit.
I still not Jada.
But there's a difference between fucking her and letting this woman. I mean, I can't argue with you with that. I had a crush on Jada back in the day. A sexual.
Jason's lyric.
Listen, and to be honest with you, to be really honest with you, I got even more of a sexual desire for Jada now because I know she giving that pussy up. I know she giving the pussy up.
Yeah.
That pussy for rent. All she got to do is be going through some shit. From what I heard was she got it. All she clear. Listen, think about this. She going through something right now. She losing her house. Fuck me in my Gucci slot. Listen, I'm just saying. She's saying that she go through some trauma. She going through something. She already told us that Will don't be satisfying her. So yeah, I want to fuck your wife even more. But that's that toxicity, like I said. And she like
shout out Future.
She like that. Listen, Jada like that kind of attention. Jada like that kind of attention. She like this attention. She like all this attention. It's all boosting up her shit.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. You know what I mean? Like, bro, man, y'all don't understand. Like my little cousin. Shit, I know he don't like me calling him my little cuz, but shit, this motherfucker's a fucking prodigy. You dig? Like the reason we do this shit is because of him. This ain't got shit to do with me. It got shit to do with nothing. This ain't my fucking dream. This ain't nothing I want to do. Shit, I've been trying to vacate to the background and start this shit. But shit, this nigga is just the nigga, man. He gonna be the nigga. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? Like whenever he gets locked in and like this be his passion forever. I mean, this what he wake up and want to do every day. Ain't nobody fuck with him. But
I appreciate it. Because I feel like, my nigga, I do feel like I got a lot of shit to say, even though I don't really care. Like, honestly, do I care that Will Smith and Jada are going through some shit? No, it's entertainment. It's what people want to talk about. And I like talking about, I like talking about real life shit. People going, because like people don't understand. You can learn a lesson from everything. And I'm trying to tell you, Will and Jada are teaching y'all that. And think about it. How many times that these people who we look up to, we always want to be like, relationship goes, women, relationship goes, and then you find out that they house is on fire on the inside. That shit is toxic and it's fucked up. Cause like we've been learning since we was a kid that everything that glitters ain't gold. We've been learning that shit from a kid. But we so enticed by what we see on the outside of people. That's why I told people that's the problem with people. We care so much about the outside of people and not the inside, and that's how we get fucked up. And because
I'm King Ralph, bro, and I always said on this podcast, bro, like one day, like we're gonna get to the point where we get editors and we're gonna bring shit back. Like I always been said, people should know what's going on in the motherfucking kingdom, man.
You've been said that.
Why do people know what's going on in your fucking? If you got a kingdom, why do people know anything?
Mm-hmm. That's how them Trojan horses get in there. That's how Trojan horses get in.
Man, shut the fuck up.
And
but we shipping on $1 billion.
Exactly. And it's just like you don't. And like I said, the crazy is that when men speak, like men like us and other men, because we're trying to let women know that Will Smith is a commodity. He's a rare commodity. Men are not finna let you disrespect them and talk crazy to them and get away with that shit. Like
Will Smith was $1 billion industry, bro.
Yeah, he's a commodity.
This is his fucking name, bro. $1 billion industry.
Exactly, bro. And
he done made billions, bro.
You gotta stop.
He got it, but his name has made billions of motherfucking dollars, whether you know it or not.
Whether you know it or not, this man has made somebody billions off of his skill and his talent. He has made somebody billions. And that's why I try to tell people, I look past, and I tell my baby mamas this, I tell anybody I know, listen, if you lead with your feelings, you're more than likely gonna get hurt. Because your feelings, like they're feelings. Bro, you better
preach on that, please.
You better use this. You better use this, because your feelings gonna get you hurt every time. if you depend on your feelings to lead you out of shit. And that's the problem with the world as I feel as a whole. We always look how sensitive we are now.
America, I'll say America with that.
Yeah.
The rest of the world, cold-blooded.
You can't even make a joke no more before everybody's offended now. You can't say nothing about nobody because everybody's feelings are offended. And like I tell people all the time, nigga, we do podcasts. I've been telling Bixby this from the beginning. I don't give a fuck that people gonna come and attack us. Like, bitch, like, okay. King Ralph, I don't give, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care about people coming and like attacking us, bro, because we're allowed to speak our mind. You can speak your mind. You can tell me all kind of shit that you don't dislike. As long as you don't put your hands on me, brother, I'm cool with it. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. You could talk as much dirt about me. You can call me all the names under God and everything. I don't give a fuck. But as long as you ain't put your hands on me, I don't care. But people in general care too much about what other people think and not enough about what they think about their self. You got to love yourself first, bro. If you love yourself, then nobody else can make you feel no kind of way.
But I mean, you know, self-preservation.
Yeah, self-preservation.
First rule of life.
First rule of life.
That's what people don't know. I've been saying that shit since we started too.
First rule of life.
Like you have no choice. Like that shit is automatic. Like It's not something that you have to think about.
Mm-hmm. It take a big person.
Forget about that.
It take a big person.
If you're not happy, you can't make nobody happy.
Exactly.
So your self-preservation is more important. Like you was always more important than anybody.
Yeah.
You can't make them happy unless you happy.
Bruh, how can you make somebody else happy if you ain't happy? And how you gonna hope that somebody else can feel something that you couldn't even feel your fucking self? Oh, I want you to come feel something in me, but that I couldn't even feel. That's so, and that's why I say that's a selfish act. When you try to force somebody to come feel some shit that you don't even know how to feel, and then you got the audacity to be mad at them because they couldn't feel it. What kind of person? And then you wonder why, but then women wonder why they so alone. And it's so crazy. Most of these women who's taking Will's side, I guarantee you these bitches don't got no man. I guarantee you these bitches ain't.
It's all women that taking the side, but at the end of the day, it's always all women that buy into anything on a mass level. You know what I mean? It's always women buying all the records, always women out watching all the movies because they at home. Why?
No, you 100%. They the ones that paying attention to all the gossip.
We're not a wrong hole.
They the one who paying attention to all the gossip and all the shit that's going on. 100% right. You 100% right.
And, all that type of shit.
And it's crazy though because
we still love y'all, ladies.
Exactly. Realize, we love you through the pain.
Don't put it out on us.
Hey.
Take y'all credit too.
Listen, Anita Baker said, "No pain, no gain." That's a real song. Like, it ain't gonna be, you know, and I don't want to get too far because we're gonna go to a whole other stuff with these women, but I do feel like Will Smith was wrong completely. I feel like Chris Rock handled that shit like a fucking gangster because it take more will. Like I tell you, it would have been easy for Chris Rock to snap on him and retaliate. It takes big kahunas, bro, to hold that shit in and still keep up with the
real man shit.
To keep up with the show, nigga. To keep up, because like I said, I'm pretty sure Chris Rock had some people there that loved him, and they probably said like, God damn, they slapped my dog. But I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm gonna let you know how much I love you, Trapper to God. If a nigga slap you on the motherfucking stage, bruh, like if I'm sitting next to you, like shit, I don't care what the fuck I run from the back.
You gotta come from nigga. Bruh, listen.
It's gonna be some time in the motherfucking show when Will Smith
listen, on God, on everything I love. If it would have been me, and he would have the nigga wouldn't have not made it back to his seat. I promise you that. If the nigga came and slapped me in front of millions, I don't care if I'm gonna lose or not.
Little man, shit, goddamn, drop kick that bitch in his back or something.
I would have drop kicked, and he turned his back on me. You turned your back on me, nigga?
Man.
Bitch, I'm finna drop kick you in your soul, bitch. I'm trying to knock your soul out your body with this drop kick. Like, ain't no way in hell.
Both feet.
I'm talking about, nigga, they would have had a fucking meme of me flying through the air with both of my feet connecting to this nigga back. I would have tried to snap this nigga's spine. How hard I would have tried to kick this nigga off the stage. But like I said, he better than me because I know for a fact, bro, disrespect will not be tolerated. But the one thing that's not gonna be tolerated higher than disrespect is you putting your fucking hands on me. I tolerate a little bit of disrespect, bro. I let people slide because
at this point in life, bro.
I got people living for me and I got things that I love. But there's also things that I die by, and it's one of them things is you putting your fucking hands on me.
You gonna think that's the dream right now in my life? Right now in my life, you gonna think this is a dream, kid?
Exactly.
I tell you, bro.
You gonna think it's
yeah, bro.
Come on, Will.
Goddamn bad boy sports.
You ain't making. Listen, you wouldn't be making no more movies. And like I told people on my live, if I didn't get his ass then, I would have waited for him to get his awards. I would have tackled that nigga. I would have beat that nigga. I would have took his award and I would have punted that bitch. Like, fuck your award.
You'd have put your whole foot though. You'd have punted that metal ass shit.
I would have took that pain. I would have been lipping off that motherfucker. And then I would have snatched the mic and I would have gave fucking Jada Pinkett a good 10 minutes of roasting her bald-headed ass. I would have roasted the fuck out of her ass.
Fuck your bald-headed ass.
Fuck your bald-headed ass wife. That's exactly what I would have said. And I would have told her ass to go chase that bald-headed ass Oscar. That's what I would have told her. Damn. Go get your man Oscar.
Cold-blooded.
Out the 4th fucking road to the top of the building, bitch.
Cold-blooded.
And then but like I told young Sinatra, I'd be mad as hell, nigga. If I was on stage and I got slapped and nobody helped me, and people went to console that nigga, bitch would have
everybody fired.
Bitch would have went to court. We would have had to go to commercial. I would have fucked everything up. I would have knocked over the podium. I'd have been knocking over shit. Bitch, you crazy if you finna smack me and then you get to console and then you get to come back out here and cry? Bitch, what you crying for? You slapped me.
But okay. Shit, I gotta play the devil's advocate because shit, I feel compelled to play the devil's advocate right now. Because shit, this is something that I work on, but I'm pretty good at it, bro. This man, a couple situations in my life where I was supposed to fucking just nut up and just fucking do that shit, bro. But shit, I'm like, I had to think about my family.
Mm-hmm.
I had to think about my mama. Like shit, I had to think about my sister. She loved me to fucking death, man. You know, too many people in this world love me. Like I tell you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like this motherfucker loved me to death, bro. Like at the end of the day, like Chris Rock took that motherfucker slap like a man because he
like
was
a man
thinking about. Obviously, he was thinking about the shit that he said about another man's wife years before. Like and maybe like I'm hoping this shit was just like hey, I disrespected your wife on the Oscar stage before, and so you get to slap me on the Oscar stage now. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that's what the shit was.
Listen,
like he just took his damn chin out there like waiting for that shit.
Listen, that's what it looked like. I think he was laughing, and this is what made this was crazy. I think he didn't realize that he was gonna slap. He thought maybe he was gonna come up and make a joke to him or say something slick to him.
But he was like,
yeah, he leaned out there like, "What's up?" Like, "What's up?" Because I thought, listen, when I seen it, I thought he was finna go whisper something in his ear, and I thought he was gonna go in his ear like, "Hey, man, there's enough jokes about my wife." That's what I really thought he was gonna do. But then when he slapped him like this and threw it, I'm like, what the fuck was that? I didn't even
like
I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? And like I said, big kudos to Chris Rock because like I said,
like, hey, shout out to Boosie, man. Boosie showed you how to slap a nigga.
Yeah. Man. And
we love y'all, man.
And I you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it dampened the whole thing. But and then, like I said, I did lose a little respect for him, but I know that Will Smith don't give a fuck about my respect. It ain't like he give a fuck what we respect and what we don't respect. And so it don't matter. But at the end of the day, if you don't got your respect as a man, you really don't got none. And I feel like the reason he don't give a fuck is because Jada done snatched that nigga respect out of his soul, nigga. She like Shane the Sun. She just done suck that nigga soul out of his body. That nigga ain't got no kind of man.
Whole legacy gone.
Come on,
he ain't
bro.
like that. He ain't like that. He ain't like that.
Yo, mama.
Let me tell you the truth.
Yo, mama watching.
Right.
Come on, bro. Yo, mama watching. Your mama did an interview.
Mama said, I never seen Will act like
you
that.
see what she said? She said, I ain't never seen. Your mama watch, and this supposed to be a day that you supposed to be celebrated, bro. You supposed to be celebrated, bro. And you chose to go out like this. Okay. At the end of the day, you're a grown ass man, and I respect that. But you lucky. You lucky. The reason I don't respect him too is because it was Chris Rock. It would have been somebody like The Rock hosting the goddamn show. Or somebody else.
Never did that shit.
You wouldn't have walked up and slapped no Rock. I guarantee you wouldn't have. He wouldn't have done it. I don't give a fuck what he said.
Yeah, Rock would have put his ass in the motherfucking rack. Like,
and then I hear people was like, "Oh," and people want to sit here and be like, "Oh, well, white and man, it ain't got nothing to do with white or black. It got to do with a man slapping another man. That shit don't slide. You know, so
a little bit of black.
And
yeah. You set us back a little bit, Will. You're supposed to be the guy, the teacher,
exactly.
Supposed to be all this. But you set us back. You set us fucking back, Will.
You the one who doing all these motivation. Exactly.
Tell us all about these books you're reading.
Yeah.
All about
you writing these books.
What we need to do.
And motivational shit. You speaking all this motivational shit and how we supposed. And that's what I hate about a motherfucker who tell you one thing and do another. Will Smith. That's pretty much what you did. You told us one thing and you did another. Like I can't.
Now you're a work in progress.
Yeah, now you a work in progress. We all a work in progress, bitch. That's just the way life is. Everybody's a work in progress. You working to be a better person every day. But when you try to staple yourself as a person who's doing these things and you're trying to tell other people how they should be, you're supposed to be the role model. If you're a role model, then you can't be the one that's doing the shit that we doing. You're supposed to be above it. And I'm not saying that you got to be above it every time, but I got to at least be like I said, it had to be something more serious than the joke. Like if somebody would have, if Chris Rock would have came downstairs and Alibaba'd her head and rubbed that bitch like a magic ball, you got every reason to smack that nigga. Bitch, don't put your hands on my wife.
Alibaba.
But a joke? That's the straw? The joke? I don't give you that, bro. I ain't gonna give you that. But
hey, we gonna
wrap it up, man. Hey. But I'm gonna end this on a positive note. Big love to Will Smith, man. I hope he get the help that he needs and whatever it is in his life. I hope it get fit and I hope he can bounce back stronger than ever. Chris Rock, I hope that big kudos to him, big love to him. I hope
don't kill him. Don't kill him.
I only hope that this brings you more money and more fame, bro. I hope that this brings you an Oscar too. I hope that, you know what I'm saying? And, I hate to see, like I said, I hate to see two kings in violence on a beautiful night.
Crazy.
Man, shout out to everybody who's been watching us. Shout out to King Ralph, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all our fans. Shout out to
we love y'all, man.
Yeah, we do, man. We appreciate you, man, whether you know it or not, man.
We love you.
Check us out on all our social medias. We on everything, man. Anything you can follow.
Let me say this real quick. Like I said, I had posted like I'm gonna post it. Like I said, you probably seen it already. Okay, Google.
Oh, Google talking to us.
See, they always listening.
Hey, Google say
in the kitchen, bro.
Listen, Google say she got something to say about this shit too.
Yeah, I tried to put you in the podcast and you want to do shit back in the day.
Back in the day, we did.
You know what I mean? But it never worked out. But shit, what was I saying? It's gonna fuck me up.
Shit, you was gonna say something about when I was telling them all about our platforms and the different thing they can reach us on.
Oh yeah. So as far as when you did the shit earlier, I put it on all our platforms. Like the shit you did.
Oh, the shit, live video.
With DQ and shit. The 87 minutes live. We did the live, bro. We do all that, baby. Man, shout out Frank Sinatra, man. Shout out to Young Sinatra, man. It's all you to us.
It's all love, man.
That's what we do, but it's all you to us, man. But
it's all you to us, man. Hey, this is what I wanted to start putting out too, what we need to do. Hey, man, if you got content that you want to put out and things that you want to know, man, come fuck with us.
Yes, man.
Send us your content. Send us your opinions.
You just want to watch us? We boring.
We world star. We the new world star. Come drop your shit off. It could be ratchet videos. It could be you doing
turn
anything.
up, man.
Listen, we promote y'all. We trying to get people to, like we said, we up to something, and we want y'all to be up to something too.
Right.
Come on, man. Let's do it.
Hey, we out this bitch, man. Hey. We up to something, bitch.
U2S Media.